So, good day everyone. My name is Crisanta Ronda, and I will be the one to discuss the continuation of the major writers of Rome. The first one is Martial, AD 43-104. Martial, Latin in full Marcus Valerius Martialis, born March 1 and 3841 Bilbilis, España. Roman poet who brought the Latin epigram to perfection and provided in it a picture of Roman society during the early empire that is remarkable both for its completeness and for its accurate portrayal of human foibles. So, Martial Marcus Valerius Martialis was a Roman poet best known for his witty and satirical epigrams. And here are some ideas about him. He was born around 40 AD in Bilbilis, Spain. Martial wrote 12 books of epigrams, totaling over 1,500 poems. In his styles and themes, it's known for his sharp wit, irony, and satire. Martial's works often poke fun at Roman society, politics, and culture. His epigrams influenced later poets, such as Juvenal and Catullus, and remain popular for their clever wordplay and insight into ancient Roman life. His notable works, Epigrams, a collection of his poems, is his most famous work, showcasing his mastery of the genre. And here is some notable aspects of Martial's writing include satire and social commentary, which he critiqued Roman society, targeting issues like corruption, hypocrisy, and decadence. Marshall's use of language, puns, and clever twists made his epigrams memorable and entertaining. In his personal life and relationships, his poems often reference his own life, friendships, and patrons, offering glimpses into ancient Roman social dynamics. And here is the example of his poem entitled What Makes a Happy Life by Marshall. What Makes a Happy Life is also known as Epigram 10.47 by Marshall, a poem that explores the idea of what constitutes a happy life. Marshall argues that a happy life is not about wealth, fame, or luxury, but about living simply and being content with what you have. He emphasizes the importance of living within your means, having good friends and relationships, enjoying simple pleasures, not being anxious about the future. The poem is a light-hearted and humorous take on the human pursuit of happiness, encouraging readers to focus on what truly matters in life. The next is Epictetus, AD 5138. In the early 3rd century, Origen remarks on the popularity of Epictetus with his own contemporaries, which he finds to rival that of Plato, contra Celsum 6.2. Whether Origen was himself much influenced by Epictetus' version of Stoicism in another matter, for Origen had studied the writings of Chrysippus on his own account, and the strands cannot easily be separated. So, Epictetus was a Greek Stoic philosopher, not a writer of Rome, but his ideas had a significant impact on Roman thought. Here are some ideas about him. In his life and philosophy, he was born around 55 AD in Hierapolis, Phrygia. Epictetus was a former slave who became a prominent Stoic philosopher. He emphasized reason, self control, and inner strength. His teachings were compiled by his student Arian into discourses and Enchiridion, a manual of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus focused on distinguishing between things within and outside one's control, enduring hardships with equanimity, living in accordance with nature and reason. In his ideas influenced Roman thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and continue to inspire people today. His, some notable aspects of Epictetus' philosophy include inner strength and resilience, which he emphasized the power of individual inner strength and resilience in the face of adversity. In negative visualization, Epictetus advocated preparing oneself for potential hardships by imagining them, and he encouraged living in the present moment rather than dwelling on past or future. The next is Ovid 43 BC AD 18. On March 20, 43 BC, Publius Ovidius Naso, better known to modern readers as Ovid, was born at Sulmo, 90 miles from Rome. Ovid's father, who was a respected member of the equestrian order, expected Ovid to become a lawyer and official and had him schooled extensively for that purpose. After working in various judicial posts, Ovid made the decision to dedicate himself to a life of poetry instead. Ovid's elegance, both in verse and comportment, made him a favorite among the moneyed class of Rome, and it was not long before Ovid was widely hailed as the most brilliant poet of his generation. So, Ovid was a Roman poet known for his influential works on love, mythology, and transformation. Here are some ideas about him. In He was born 43 BC in Sulmo, Italy. Ovid wrote famous works like Metamorphoses, Amores, and Ars Amatoria. Ovid's poetry often explored themes of love, transformation, and mythology, influencing Western literature and art. Ovid was exiled to Tomis, modern-day Romania, by Augustus Caesar, where he wrote Tristia and Epistulae ex Ponto. His elegant verses on love appealed to a society being forced into a period of moral reformation by the Emperor Augustus. It may have been these same poems, namely those of his The Art of Love, that caused Ovid to be exiled to the barren region of Tomi in AD 8. The reason for Ovid's exile by Augustus is unknown. What is certain is that in AD 8, Ovid was sent to the bleak fishing village of Tomi for what he describes as a poem and a mistake. Ovid attempted on numerous occasions to find his way back into the good graces of Augustus, writing poems to the emperor and other influential friends. Some notable aspects of Ovid's writing include narrative style, which Ovid's storytelling is known for its wit, elegance, and imaginative retelling of myths. In love and eroticism, his works often explored themes of love, desire, and relationships, sometimes with humor and irony. Ovid's Metamorphoses has influenced countless writers, artists, and composers, including Shakespeare and Picasso. The last one is Pyramus and Tisbe. Pyramus and Tisbe are a couple of young Babylonians in love. Unfortunately, their families totally hate each other. The star-crossed lovers whisper sweet nothings through a crack in the wall that separates their houses until they eventually can't take it anymore and decide to elope. But when Tisbe shows up under the mulberry tree where they're supposed to meet, a bloody-jawed lioness is hanging out there. Tisbe screams and runs, leaving her shawl behind. Pyramus arrives a little while later and finds the bloody lioness ripping apart the shawl. The story of Pyramus and Tisbe is actually attributed to Ovid, a Roman poet, in his work Metamorphoses. Ovid wrote this famous tale of star-crossed lovers which has become a classic in Western literature. In his mythological in his mythological context, Pyramus and Thisbe are two young lovers from Babylon whose families are enemies. They secretly meet and plan to escape, but a tragic misunderstanding leads to their deaths. Influence on literature, Ovid's version of the story has influenced many adaptations, including Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. And that's all. Thank you for listening.